All right, a little brief pause there. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my WWE Crown Jewel prediction video. The premium live event will be taking place tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern. Hopefully, I'll have this video out after 12 noon because it's been a whirlwind, guys, trying to confirm with DirecTV if I will be getting the pay-per-view tomorrow morning through them, because word came out in an article, and I'll show you it right now because I have this whole thing organized. I had all these tabs out, and I was going to show you how to activate it, but no, it seems it's not working because they gave me very specific information for the ESPN Unlimited. Now, this is what they told me to do. All right, so what they told me to do specifically was to go on to my account option, right? So I was supposed to go to the account overview, and then I was supposed to go onto my manage thing, right? Now I have the extra package, right? And me and my parents were paying for HBO Max because we love HBO. I mean, we love having access to the ad-free stuff. I mean, it's a lot cheaper than paying $24.99 a month for Netflix, which we could add to our account, right? So I'm on here. They claim that they're supposed to, they claim that there's supposed to be an option under my package name, right? So I'm on my package name, and I'm like, why can't I find the ESPN Unlimited option on DirecTV? We are streaming customers. And we have satellite dishes too. Well, my living room one's not working, but my parents' satellites are working in their bedrooms. So I'm like, why can I not get the... DirecTV's been really giving me a hard time this morning. I literally was looking it up. So, they claim in this article... Okay, let me pull it up here. I know I don't want to make a rant, but unfortunately I am. They claim that I am supposed to be getting an email by November 30th. And trust me, I'm going to have a word with DirecTV by the end of the month, of next month. Because after this event in Australia, we're supposed to be getting the Survivor Series on Thanksgiving weekend, right? So if I don't get an email or something from DirecTV by the end of the month, I'm going to have some words to say to DirecTV. Because clearly we're supposed to be getting the ESPN Unlimited. I've been frustrated all morning. I've been trying to activate it. I was going to show you a tutorial. And I was going to literally show you me activating it on a YouTube video before we get into the predictions. But no. It's a good thing that my VPN is covered until the end of this month, which I am relieved about. So until then, I still got my VPN, which I've decided I'm going to cancel it because I'm like, you know what? What's the point of me keeping a VPN if I have a friend's borrowed account with Sling TV for her DVR? I have a free VPN, which legally I don't want to get into because I'll get in trouble for it. So I'm still paying for Netflix. I'm still doing this and that. But, yeah, guys, as I said, it's been very frustrating with DirecTV this morning. That's where I'm going to leave it at. So, what I would recommend to do is get a paid VPN service. Get Nord right here. Get my service, Proton, which is the cheapest one for $10 a month. I mean, you're paying $7.99 anyway for the cheapest Netflix price, and I'm still going to keep paying for Netflix because I want to watch Raw on Mondays. So there's that happening. But yeah, guys, we're just, we're going to get into it. Or again, maybe I'll see what Black Friday deals are for VPNs and I'll get back to you on that. So now that my frustrating morning with DirecTV has not been figured out yet. Or maybe later today they'll send me an email and maybe I'll be able to watch on the ESPN app tomorrow morning. Let's just get into the predictions. So again, 8 a.m. Eastern. If you do have ESPN, that's good. Let's just go over the providers pretty quickly here. Now, I am a Spectrum customer, but again, I'm not supposed to be getting ESPN because I don't have the TV. So anyhow, let's get into the pay-per-view predictions. Okay, so as of now, as I'm recording before 12 noon on Friday, October 10th, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches to predict. So I think what we're going to do is get into the women's matches first. Now, I'm sorry if I don't have proper pictures of the matches, unless maybe I can figure it out. But I'll see what I can do to get pictures of the match previews. I knew it, guys. I knew I'd be able to get you what the match cards would look like. So here we go. So the first match we're going to predict is women's tag team action. We're going to have the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka, and Kairi Sane taking on the tag team of Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. So I wanted to make sure that I had my information correctly here. So, if you've not been keeping an eye on what's been going on with Monday Night Raw, I will give you a quick recap here. So, for the past couple of weeks on Monday Night Raw on Netflix, Asuka and Kairi Sane have been critical of Io Sky for weeks, and it's reaching a brand new boiling point when the Empress of Tomorrow attacked Sky and Ripley and misted the Eradicator in brutal fashion weeks ago on Monday Night Raw. With no other options, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky will join voices in Ripley's home country of Australia to take on the Kabuki Warriors. So, this is the way I view the match, honestly. I think because it's Rhea's home country, I think what you're going to see is Rhea and Io win the match. But I think down the line, something could lead into Survivor Series with the Kabuki Warriors. That's the way I look at it. So, for the discussion's sake, let's just go with Rhea and Io winning the match. All right. Next up, because it took me a long time to find this one, we have an Australian street fight. So I figured I want to talk about the Aussies competing, because remember, this is in Australia. So you have the Australian street fight between Big Bronson Reed taking on the OTC Roman Reigns. Now this goes back to Clash in Paris. Now, if you don't remember, back on Labor Day weekend, Reigns conquered Reed in an explosive showdown. But afterwards, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed decided to assault him after Roman Reigns injured Paul Heyman. Alright? So obviously there have been a war of words, a brief, quick war of words, but hey. Reigns returned to Raw to attack Reed and Breaker a couple weeks ago on Monday Night Raw. Then he helped the Usos defeat them in a Tornado Tag Team match. Now the OTC is looking to destroy Reed when they collide in this gigantic superstar's home country. Now, could the Usos get involved in this match? Maybe. I don't know at this point. There's been hints that maybe Jey Uso should back off and focus on tag team action right now because, listen, somebody's got to deal with the Judgment Day at some point on Raw. But At what point do you realize this is enough already? The way I look at it, I think Big Brunson is going to win the match. And I think this is what's going to lead to the Survivor Series match in November. I think CM Punk will be a part of it. I've just been contemplating that. I've been seeing rumors online that this is what leads up to the Survivor Series match on November 29th in San Diego. So you have to build a storyline by making Roman lose. I know it sounds controversial, but I think Brunson does win the match. And if I'm wrong, then I don't know. That's just the way I look at it going into the Survivor Series. Now let's get into a match that's barely been promoted. Which, this is how we're wasting John Cena's final 2 months in WWE? You couldn't make him do promos to call out AJ Styles properly? I'm just like, what are we doing here? Alright, so let's just get into a brief history of the two men that have wrestled against each other. So, these two have wrestled 3 times. Money in the Bank 2016, SummerSlam 2016, and the Royal Rumble back in 2017. So, obviously, I think it goes back to Paris, I think. Yeah, when John Cena was upset with the fact that he had to waste a match against Brock Lesnar at the WrestlePalooza a couple of weeks ago, which I'm sorry, that WrestlePalooza outside of the AJ Lee's return, that was the only good thing about it. The rest of the pay-per-view card sucked. I'm sorry. It was not invigorating at all. Okay. So now we get into a quick promo that AJ Styles cut on Monday night. He's excited. Obviously, words had to get spewed on X, but I'm just like, again, barely any promos for this match. Okay, I just want to mention that this is teasing up to John Cena's last match on December 13th in Washington. And it sounds like it will be Gunther, which makes sense. I mean, I don't know. So John Cena, I think, I hate to say it, he's going to lose the match. Why am I saying Cena's going to lose the match? I think it's obvious. I think they're going to make AJ Styles the Intercontinental Champion. You got to let AJ build on the momentum. Let him beat Cena. I'm dead serious. Cena can wait to get that 100th pay-per-view win. Or maybe he doesn't get it. I don't know. But I think AJ wins. That's just the way I look at it. There's no way Cena wins this match. I mean, if you're going to literally continue the rivalry with Dirty Dom, I think that, they've got to put the IC belt on AJ Styles. That's just the way I look at it. Alright, let's get into the other 2 matches for Crown Jewel Championships. Obviously, we know about Stephanie McCurry. She won the championship against Io Sky a couple weeks ago at WrestlePalooza. Tiffany Stratton is still your SmackDown champion. So, yes, the WWE Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton. You have the Women's World Champion, Stephanie McCurry and Raw. Blah, blah, blah. Look. There's a lot of momentum for Tiffy time. And I think Tiffany wins the Crown Jewel Championship. Because think about it. Tiffany's been champion now for almost a year. Which is crazy enough that I'm even saying that. But yet, why do we have Nia Jax still attacking Tiffany Stratton for no apparent reason? I'm sorry, but Tiffany needs new competition. This is sort of it, but I'm sorry. But we're really going to give the Crown Jewel Championship to Stephanie Bakar? That's suicide right there. I'm sorry. I hate to use that word, but there's going to be backlash if Tiffany doesn't win. I'm sorry. Again, Tiffany's on the high point of her career right now. She's got to keep riding the momentum. Us, the fans, have been appreciative of Tiffany's work in the ring for almost a whole year. So yeah, Tiffany time continues to dominate. So that's where I'll leave it at. Again, I hate to use that word, but WWE really needs to be careful here. You can't just push it. Okay. Now this leads to my other theory of the Survivor Series match taking place in San Diego. So obviously you are going to have the Vision in a Survivor Series match. It's no question that they should do it. But I do think in this promo that Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins cut back on Monday, and I'm sorry if my computer is not budging at the moment. There we go. So, in terms of what I think should happen here, I think Seth freaking Rollins wins the Crown Jewel Championship. Because I think they're going to put Cody Rhodes in the Survivor Series tag team at the end of November. With the Usos, with Roman Reigns, and CM Punk. I just think Rollins has to win only because, again, I think it's going to fuel the fire that will lead to CM Punk winning the Royal Rumble in 2026. I don't know. I think that's what should happen here. Because keep this in mind, CM Punk has never won a Royal Rumble before. So you have to build a story that goes into January. You have to find a way for people to buy into WrestleMania next year in Las Vegas. Especially because, again, that's a real WrestleMania main event. Seth and Punk one-on-one. We want to see that match. There's no question that match should be taking place next year in Vegas. Because now there won't be a John Cena distraction. Now you can figure out what to do with Cody Rhodes. I don't know what you could do with Cody Rhodes at this point. Maybe Cody Rhodes faces Gunter? Maybe. I don't know. I don't want to think that far ahead. I only want to see Punk and Rollins beat each other up one more time. It's fun when those two fight. You know, Punk keeps hitting. Oh, the first Netflix on Raw. The whole thing when me and him battled it out. Punk was talking about that on Raw last week. And I'm like, you gotta have a storyline that makes sense. So Seth Rollins, he's gonna win the Crown Jewel Championship. Why does Cody Rhodes need to win it? When clearly there's gonna be a Survivor Series tag team match that they'll likely lose. And let's see what the tag team will look like. But yeah, I'm done here. Woo, boy. Guys, that was exhausting to get into. There you have it. There's your Crown Jewel prediction video. Remember, 8 a.m. tomorrow morning from Perth, Australia. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. So I will see you all again at the end of November for my WWE Survivor Series prediction video.